Hey guys, welcome back to the Ask Mario show. This is episode 32. Today's question comes from Mark from UK, and Mark is wondering, hey Mario, how do I get proper sleep? While I'm dieting, I had an issue where I couldn't just fall asleep. My mind just kept racing and I would be so tired I couldn't do my exercise the next day. And I feel like it's destroying my progress. It's a very common one actually. When I'm dieting as well, I find that sleep is one of the things that I actually have issues with because I'm dieting right now and it's becoming really hard to get high quality sleep. But here's a few hacks you can do and here's a few, changes that you can make in your life to really get that quality sleep. So the first thing is you need to understand that sleep is like a rhythm, right? That's like the first thing that I changed in my sleep is just to make sure I maintain the proper rhythm when I go to bed. So I try to make it as consistent as possible so the body doesn't have to make huge shifts, right? It's a little bit tricky when you're going out on the weekends, for example, but if you just stick to it by like 5-6 days a week, you'll still be able to maintain that rhythm and get really proper sleep because you're kind of training yourself, okay, I'm tired at that time, and then your brain just gets a little bit tired and then you can fall asleep. But if you miss that, then you're gonna have an issue falling asleep. One other thing that helped me a lot is actually darkening my room. So this is a big one, guys. Like if you're having issues with sleep, dark room does magic. Besides that, when I say dark, I mean full pitch black, like a kill room, right? Besides that, what I added earplugs. So no matter if I live in a city like Barcelona where I used to live before, that actually made me use earplugs because it's fucking chaos there all the time and people are pretty much never go to bed, you know, that's the kind of the illusion of Barcelona. But the earplugs just gave me, they just muted everything so I could kind of focus and calm and relax. And the third component of what I would say is a big one is create your own go to sleep ritual. So my ritual, for example, it's just a few things. So the first thing I do is I stretch. I try to relax my body, and that means basically about 5 to 10 minutes of basic stretching of the muscle group that I did that day. If I didn't do any muscle groups, I'll just stretch whatever is sore, whatever feels tense. If you have a foam roller, that one's pretty good, so you can use that. Just to kind of relax and get into your body and just kind of forget about all the things. The second thing that I do is I try to write down all my thoughts before, like 30 minutes before I'm going to bed, right? A lot of the times when you try to fall asleep, you have like these thoughts racing, what are you gonna do the next day? Like all this planning shit going on, all of these to-do lists. And if you just write that stuff down, basically you kind of clear your head and you just allow yourself to fall asleep. This was a huge one for me because especially when you're developing a business or if you have a very stressful job, I'm assuming that your to-do list is just piling on and that's the best thing you can do is just lay it all on paper or a notepad or something like that and bam, you're done. The final thing that kind of is my ritual is to practically turn off all electronics about an hour before going to bed. So that's like kind of my thing that I do right now. Airplane mode on the phone, laptop is off. On the laptop I have a Flux app installed that pretty much kills the blue spectrum of the light. That helps a lot as well. And all these, when I mute out all the electronics, there's no notifications, there's no like things popping up, there's no things that try to grab my attention. So everything becomes more slower and kind of just ease into sleep a lot easier. So that's kind of my ritual. So I would say that if you apply these tips, you're gonna have amazing sleep. And it's definitely gonna help you out, especially the thing with the dark room. That made a huge difference for me in writing down my thoughts, using apps like Flux. You know, a lot of people make the mistake, they think like, oh, the blue light is bad, you know. So during the day, you actually need that blue light to kind of anchor your rhythm that tell your body, okay, this is day. And during the night, you tell the body, okay, this is night when you eliminate the blue light. So blue light is actually very important. So don't make the mistake that I saw some people, actually my buddy, he used Flux and the way the app works is pretty much you can set your location. He would like set the location every time to eliminate the blue light all day long. So in the end what happened, he was like completely screwed up his rhythm because he never saw the blue light, especially for the day that he didn't go out in the sun. You know, it was really screwed up. You know, he didn't have the anchoring, so the body didn't know when is day, when is night. So don't make that mistake. Basically make a contrast. Okay, this is day, now it's night. this is the time to go to bed. And yeah, that would be some of my sleeping tips. Basically, sleep super important, super key for recovery. On a diet, as Mark here mentioned, you will have some issues. So if you're bulking, you might be able to fall asleep easier. If you eat a little bit of carbs before bed, that's also helpful. But on a diet, I mean, it can be an issue. So I hope these tips really help you out, Mark. And thanks for the question. If you have a question for the Ask Mario show, make sure to leave it below using the hashtag AskMario, because I actually check out the hashtag and I get all these cool questions. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.